Welcome back to DT Dining for another episode. We're going to be bringing you a great video today. I'm going to show you how to cook a quick and easy tamale pie. This recipe isn't completely from scratch. It is using some store-bought goods so that you may even cook it yourself at home. Alright, well, let's cook something. Alright, well, first we're going to start off with 1.5 pounds of ground meat. We're going to season our 1/2 pound of ground meat with a packet of taco seasoning. We're going to also use half the packet of taco seasoning. The full packet does tend to make the meat a little salty. And then after we season it up right, we're going to give it a nice mix with our hands. I also like to mix with my hands because spoons don't seem to do a thorough enough job. Sometimes you get parts with no seasoning, you get parts with too much seasoning, so I find that mixing by hand works better for me to evenly distribute the seasoning. Now we're going to move on to step 2 here. We're going to get ourselves a whole onion and we're going to dice us up some vegetables. I'm going to use half of an onion. I also like to remove the first layer of the onion along with the skin. And then we're going to just dice that up nicely. Once we've diced it up, we're going to add it to a nice bowl, set it to the side. And then now we're going to dice this up with pepper. So I have 1 green pepper here that I'm going to cut in half. I'm going to seed. I'm going to remove the seeds and the stem. And I'm also going to give it a quick wash before slicing. I like to slice that up and then we'll chop it up into smaller pieces. We'll give it a nice quick dice. Once we give that a dice, we'll add that to our bowl with our onions. And we'll have a nice skillet on medium to high with some melted butter in it, and we add our vegetables in it. And then to our diced vegetables, I'm going to add a tablespoon of minced garlic, and we're going to get a nice saute on those. We're going to also add some salt and some pepper for flavoring. Let me give those another mix around to get our seasonings evenly incorporated. Nice little shake. Now we're going to move those to the back burner, and we're going to get us another skillet, and we're going to cook and brown our meat in. And we're just going to add our seasoned ground meat to it. That was very lucky. I'm going to chop it up so it can cook evenly, try to get it spread out in the bottom of the pan as best we can here. Give our vegetables a quick stir here, check in on those. Try to cook evenly, get it turned over, mixed in well. What we don't want is big lumps of meat, so you want to constantly stir this and move it around and try to break it up into as smaller pieces as you can, because really you don't want meatballs in our tamale pie. Now, once again, like I said, this is a quick and easy recipe. I did use some things that were store-bought. All of this isn't from scratch. This is something easy, something quick that you can make for dinner for the family or just for yourself. It is really quick. It's really delicious. It just doesn't take that much time, 30 to 45 minutes to actually prepare this meal. And now that our meat is browned, we're going to add our veggies in there, and we are going to let this meat continue to cook until it is actually done. So we'll be back momentarily. There it is. Everything looks fantastic. I just want to add that it smells even better. So mix everything in nicely, get everything incorporated evenly throughout the meat. To the table we go. Now we get a bowl and we add our ground meat to it, because we got a couple more things that we want to add to it. First off, we want to open and drain a cup of whole kernel corn. Well, not a cup, I'm sorry, a can of whole kernel corn. And we're going to add that in there and give it a good mix around. And then after we do that, then I'm going to add a jar of store-bought mild salsa. I used a medium size jar, not the full jar, but I'm going to say 75% of it. Then we get us a baking pan that we spray with cooking spray, whichever cooking spray you choose to use. And then we add our mixture to our baking pan. And after we do that, we like to even it out and get it as flat as possible. Check the edges, check the sides. Like I said once before, my mother always taught me that if it looks good, it tastes good. So everything has to be presentable. We're going to set that to the side. Now we're going to get us some cornbread. We're going to get us 1 box of cornbread. And to that, we're going to add 1 egg. And I have a third of a cup of milk there that I'm going to add. And we're just going to give this a whisk till it's relatively smooth. You won't ever be able to get all of the lumps out, but you'll be able to get close. So we'll whip that until it's reasonably smooth. And after we've done that, we're going to now add our cornbread to the top of our ground meat mixture. Now we're going to spread the cornbread around so that it covers the entire top of the dish. And then we're going to add that to a 350 degree oven that we preheated, and it's going to cook for 30 to 45 minutes until the cornbread is done. Pat it out, get it nice and smooth. And there you have it. And off to the oven we go. And there it is, complete. Boy, does that look wonderful. The color is absolutely perfect on that. Now it's just for us to cut it up and serve it. Well, there you have it, our quick and easy tamale pie for dinner. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you next week.